Yo, this is Real Talk. Welcome to the Locker Room. We're talking nothing but basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's really talk about this, bro. So, if y'all haven't heard, Noah Lyles, a, I guess, a sprinter for the United States. I don't mean to say like I don't know him, but I don't know him. Like I'm not involved in the other sport. I love basketball and that's it, bro. But he goes and he said this right here.
Is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times. But that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Now, first of all, congratulations. Congratulations on winning the 100 and 200 meters sprints. Got gold in both things. Congratulations. Thank you for being out there representing the United States while competing at a very high level. Appreciate that. But regarding your comments right here, very ignorant. It shows the lack of intelligence you have when it comes to this sport specifically. And why do I say that? A lot of sports are global now. There's some American sports that have not been able to transition to a global market yet, but the NBA is not one of them. Basketball is not one of them. Basketball has definitely transitioned to become a global sport. And then you talk about the NBA alone. Now the NBA, if you look at the NBA, 120 players are foreign. They're not American. I believe the league has 450 players every year, except the COVID year. But I believe the league has 450 players. So if you think about it, that's about 1/3 of the league. About 1/3 of the league. A little bit less, but about 1/3 of the league is foreign. And then you start looking at who are the best players in the league right now. Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid. Should I keep going? Number 1 overall pick this year, Victor Wembanyama. So should I keep going? These guys are not American. They're not. Look at some of the guys that won championships these last decade. Dirk Nowitzki, 2011. The Spurs with a bunch of foreign guys. Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, Ginobili. Like, come on, bro. In the NBA, there's been a competition against players from different countries and the United States since I don't know when. It's been a long time. And then you look at nowadays, it's definitely growing. It's at a way more higher level than it was before. The league is growing. The sport is growing. The best players are no longer coming from college no more. They're coming from overseas. They're coming from playing in Europe. I mean, look at the Lakers. Forget Europe. They have a Japanese player, Rui Hachimura. So when the league comes out and they say a world champion when a team wins the NBA Finals, is because not only is the league and the game nationally televised, and a lot of times there's other people from other countries watching the sport as well, or watching the game as well, they're also playing against foreigners. I would like to say each team, every single team in the league has at least one foreigner on their team. At least. So to come out here and say, oh, there's no flags in the NBA, so why they say world championship? There doesn't always need to be a flag. It's not the Olympics. This is a league. It's an American league that has been, elevated to this very high level and has been able to go global. It has grown over the years. Forget about the people watching it overseas. Look at the guys playing. And if you don't want to look at the guys playing, if you're just going to ignore that whole factor of it, or for some reason it just doesn't fit your criteria of, world champions or whatever, look at overseas. When Nikola Jokic was in the finals, when he was in the playoffs, period, people were staying up watching him back in his country. They had a huge group of people just staying up watching him, watching the game. When Giannis was in the finals in 2021, let's not act like these things don't happen. Now, in the 2020s, which has only been, 3 or 4 years? We'll say 3 years. We'll say 3 years. 2 out of the 3 championships that have been won, the leader of the team is foreign. Giannis is 2021, Jokic is 2023. And matter of fact, on the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is not American. And he's not European. He's Canadian. The NBA has a lot of diversity. A lot. Can there be more? Yes. But you gotta understand, these things are not just, let's come out here and pick some foreigners and throw a flag on them so that they can represent their country. No. You're playing for your team. You represent your country. And you don't always need a flag to represent your country. You represent your country by who you are, by your actions, by how you present yourself. There's a lot of ways you can represent your country. Just because there's no flag on them, that doesn't mean they're not sitting there working hard representing their country. Man, these guys are grinding. They're changing the game. People are debating if Victor Wembanyama is gonna be the best center of all time. Have you seen his build? There's no way you've seen his build. And you're saying this right here. The man, first of all, he's not American. But second of all, he wants to dribble the ball up the court. He wants to shoot, to score in all types of ways. The man weighs probably less than Kevin Durant. Come on, bro. And he's still working. He's still grinding. Everybody's fiending to see him come out and play on opening night. And you're going to talk about the league? They shouldn't claim that they're world champions. They should say they're United States champion. That makes no sense. You're a world champion, a world NBA champion, because of the global effect that the finals has on the rest of the world. Okay, we've talked about the first game of the season, maybe the 10th game of the season, maybe the 20th, the 30th, the 40th, etc., up until the regular season ends. We could say nobody, even though it's fake, but let's just say nobody out of the United States stays up to watch those games. Let's just say that, even though it's fake, and even though they've made the Clippers schedule, pretty much they have to play earlier in the day so that people in other countries could watch them. Let's just say that that's true, right? Let's just say that's a thing. When you get to the playoffs, it's a different story. People overseas are watching. And then when you get to the finals, damn near everybody's watching. Especially if you have LeBron or Curry in there, everybody's watching. Everybody. And if you put a player like Jokic, Giannis, maybe Embiid in the future, Luka in the future, their country is going to stay up and watch them. So they are representing their country still without the flag, just by their presence, just by them being who they are. So yeah, I think these comments were very, very unintelligent. I do think, you probably didn't mean it the way it came out, but like, come on, bro, it made no sense. All right, I understand where you're trying to get at, but it just never made sense. But anyways, that's enough for me rambling and chatting. It's time for you to let me know, chatting down below, like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with Ian. It's time to leave the locker room. I'm gonna catch ya. Safety, my hearts.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
The officials have to review it, and the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the three
To win it. Good. That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection.
This is for the win. Got it. Wow.
At 7, working against Butler, got down.